It's time for a quick fleet update. Quick and dirty video, recorded on my mobile, so the sound's terrible. I apologise for that. Betty has been sharing daily duties with Giselle, the GSA, and is going very nicely. Still has a slight transmission leak. We've got plans to sort that out hopefully next month. May is going to be a very busy month on the channel, which leads me straight to the Toyota Camry. I have sold it. It is going to a friend of Chaz who was working on it. He's the chap who's got the cylinder heads to repair this car, and he's decided to take it on as a project himself. That's Chaz's friend. So yeah, we're going to say goodbye to the twin rear wipers. That's not my best purchase. I got completely blinded by the rear wipers and ended up buying a not very good car. Elly the 2CV is sat here and has been for a while because I've lost the keys. So I'm not entirely sure what I've done with those. I really have lost them, but of course she's got a tired bottom end. But Chaz of Toyota fame has managed to locate another 652 Burton engine. So my plan is to take that engine and fit it to Elly and use her manifold and carburetor, because they've been tuned for a Burton 652. So that should be nice and simple. Be a stark contrast to the other engine project we will get to very shortly. Foxanne, I caused massive upset by saying I was going to sell Foxanne, and the truth is she hasn't sold. I'm asking strong money, but that's because I'm not going to let her go cheap. And I think actually the fact she hasn't sold but other cars have sold, we'll get to whichever one in a minute, I think she can stay. So I will have space, because it's no good having cars parked up outside. I've got Elly parked outside, I've got the Camry parked outside, plus whatever two are at home at the moment, and it's not good. Yeah, that's changing. Tuck is coming out tomorrow for the Barley Saturday in Cardigan. It's a horse themed event, stallions specifically I think, but there's a parade of horses followed by tractors, classic cars, anything is welcome. And I thought about time we got Tuck out, so we will do that. That will be happening. The other car that has sold is the Sana. Now it had sold, but that buyer sadly had to pull out. So I've known him for a few years, so I haven't charged him anything for that. I've refunded his money, but someone else has sent more money, and they were at the HubNut social. They're very excited. They've got the fabrication skills this car really needs, so I'm very excited for this car going to its new home. Hopefully I can still drive it one day. That would be very exciting indeed. Myrtle Matus has just been sat here. She's a bit blocked in at the moment by Tuck and engine projects, so she hasn't been out, and yeah, not much to say there really. Daihatsu, we have been slowly progressing on Daihatsu. I've come up here every now and then. We've been refurbishing the front panel. We got the gearbox off. We're getting this engine ready. I had to buy a clutch because we decided the old clutch was actually toast. Everyone was right, should have changed the clutch. So not to give too much away, that is happening. I've now got the clutch, so that can be refitted. I've had an issue with the gearbox mount. I've had to get actually machined and an insert fitted. There's been quite a few delays, as well as personal life. It's a very big project coming. It will come out tomorrow on this channel. I'm going to do it as a premiere. It's a fascinating scrapyard, but it's taken up 3 days of time this week. That's less time available for working on the charade. So I'm sorry. I know people are desperate for tinkering content, but yeah, we've been so busy. And we're going on holiday next week, which is a good time for me to mention that the store will be closed. The Teespring store, where you can buy hoodies, will still be open because we don't deal with the merchandise. So the Magic Pixies send all that stuff out. So that store will be open. The main store will be shut. When we come back, we've got some new merch, stickers and something else that I'm very keen to share with you. So when we come back on about the 12th of May, we'll get the store open with the new items. Very exciting. But yeah, that's what's going on with this. I am really keen when we get back, we should be a bit reinvigorated after our time off, to finally get this engine in, and yeah, we'll start buttoning it up and hopefully all will be good. I noticed the engine seems to have sunk very slightly. It's been sat on this engine hoist for quite a long time now. We might have to give that a couple of pumps. There we go. Get that back in the air again. So this thing does drop after time. Give her a few pumps. There we go. Hopefully that will be good. But yeah, we just haven't got anywhere near this car, other than me popping up and just cure rusting, or not cure rust, I actually use Vatcan rust converting some rusty spots on here and here. Now I need to get some primer on, and I might try and do a bit of that today, because you know, you can't do anything else, you just wait for these things to dry. So that might happen. And there's one notable exception from the fleet at the moment. That exception is Giselle. Giselle is away for the bodywork to finally be sorted out. So she's over at Whiteland Restorations. Keep an eye on their channel. Hopefully some work will be progressing while we're away. And the Oltcits, I'm a bit flip-flopping on the Oltcits. I know a lot of people have said that these need to go, especially the burnt out one. And yeah, I certainly get that, but I don't think it's a very attractive pair of cars as they stand. So I think I need to pull my finger out. Once we've done the charade, once we've done the engine change in Elly, I need to really crack on with this and perhaps get some help to get her over the finish line, because we're getting so close to that car being ready for an MOT. It's mostly we've got a sticky handbrake, and what's putting me off there is the axis is terrible. I'm really not looking forward to trying to sort that out. I have my theories as to why that is. I think someone has over-tightened the cable adjusters to try and make the handbrake good. That's not how you adjust the handbrake. There's an eccentric mechanism, a bit like a 2CV, I think, and that's how you adjust the pad position in relation to the disc, and that's what makes it good. So I need to really dismantle the entire handbrake mechanism and work on it. But you've got the steering cross member for the steering rack sitting right over the brakes. It's just one of those typical Citroen things. Lovely engineering, unless you want to work on it. So there's work to be done there. I just need to get on and actually do it, and maybe farm out some jobs just to get me over the finish line. And then once I've got it on the road, I don't think it's going to be a keeper, just because I've already got the GSA, which is so similar in some ways. Flat 4 engine, odd Citroen, and I think the GSA makes a much better bet. So I may sell the two cars together once we've got this one on the road, but that's for later in the year. Yeah, it's the two cars doing the most mileage recently have been Betty and Giselle. Betty always does loads of miles, but I'm using Giselle more and more to try and take the miles off Betty. But Betty herself is going to be going away for some work, and we might be borrowing a very interesting courtesy car, if you like. It's not an official courtesy car. Yeah, exciting times ahead. But with Foxanne, I'm thinking, okay, I need to make myself like this more. How am I going to do it? And one way might be to ditch the side panels, which I so beautifully painted with a HubNut logo. I might chop those out and fit some windows, because I think that would make a difference. The visibility is not brilliant in that little car. The mirrors are terrible, and over the shoulder you've got nothing because it's a van. And I'm thinking some windows might be a good idea. You can see I've actually got some seat segments on top of the roof. At least one of those parts is an official rear bench, but I'm not sure how happy I am transporting children in this vehicle, because it has no rear seat belts at all. They're not a legal requirement, even if I do fit a seat to this car. But I can't think they're a good idea. But yeah, I've no idea how this seat is meant to attach. I've got no fixings with it, and I think I would rather keep it as a van, but I think I might put windows in to make her a little more palatable. And longer term, Fuchs bodywork is something I would like to get sorted. I need to speak to Whiteland Restorations about that. They do have some glass fibre skills there, but it's very difficult to know how far to go. I don't want an immaculate Tuk. She's never been immaculate. That's not what she is. You could see the evidence of her many years, the evidence of her years sitting in a field, and I really like that. So I don't want to lose that. So yeah, we'll see. There's some tricky questions, but for now I need to try and remember what all this relates to. I think that's gearbox to clutch mounts, and we can crack on with things. Incidentally, here is the clutch from the shroud. This is the good clutch that came off, and I think something must have been in there, because that sort of finish, it's all very scuffed in a way a clutch should not be. So I don't know what's gone wrong there, but we will try and get to the bottom of it. But that's where we are. Yeah, we're having a short break, an actual holiday, so the store will be closed. We're going away without the HubNut. It's going to be such fun. But yeah, when we get back, reinvigorated, hopefully get this done. Elly's engine change. If I can find the keys, that'd be great. If not, I need to find a solution to that. It's not too difficult to work out what I'll do. But yeah, I need to get on an unbury took, because she's going on a run tomorrow. So thank you for watching. I shall see you in a future video. Farewell. Good wood, baby.